You can't improve nothing. You can only improve something. So the message today is to really begin what you want to start working on, begin what you're passionate about, begin those ideas that you want to do that you've not done, that you think are unachievable, or you haven't had time, or you think you don't have the money. That's all nonsense, really, because any idea you can get off the ground with a very simple website for very little money, or even free, or just a social media account, or just a letter, or just an email, or just a PayPal deposit button, whatever it is that you want to do, you can do without really spending any money or having to set up anything first of all, because you need to go out there and talk to people, or send some emails, send some letters, get some meetings going, and propose what you're thinking of doing or what you're starting to do, to see what those people think about your idea, if they would be interested. You could just go up and down your street and start knocking on doors and say, look, I'm starting this window cleaning business, I'm starting this house cleaning business, whatever it is that you want to do. Like, I'm not suggesting those businesses, but there's just so many opportunities out there for you to do, but you have to make things happen to push along. And I believe these things come in waves, where you push out and do a bit of reaching out, get out there. LinkedIn as well, like the online stuff, reaching out to people on LinkedIn. I've followed a lot of people that, they'll just spend half a day reaching out to people on LinkedIn, and it is a numbers game. Like, a lot of people are not going to read your messages, most people won't respond, but you'll start to get connections, and you'll start to build feedback and connections and relationships with people to start to make things happen. And you only need one customer to begin something. And yeah, that's why I've continually talked about the coaching. We haven't had a booking yet, but that's fine, because I haven't really even had the websites ready or the payment links ready, and I'm still tweaking a bit of that. But I've just been talking about it because I know I can do it, I know I can deliver it, and it was good to just talk about it and evolve it as I was talking, just to see how I felt about it, reason things out in my mind, so I could develop this idea. And I was talking about it. So many people, they want to get the websites, everything ready and everything looking glossy and nice. You don't need to register the company. You don't need a bank account. You don't need a website to start a business. Just go out there and start testing your ideas, because a lot of my ideas initially have kind of pivoted a little bit, or changed and tweaked based on my feelings, and based on feelings doing the videos, because it gets it out of my mind into reality, really. And also then talking to other people about it, because I'm more comfortable and I've got it out of my head into a video, and I'm putting it on the internet. It becomes more real in my mind, so my mind then starts to work on it more, and then I can talk to other people about certain projects. I'll talk to different people about different things that I'm thinking of, or some of the different projects. But then the magic starts to happen, because you can start to have real conversations, and people might be like, oh, that's a really unique idea, or oh, they're not bothered. I mean, you don't want to listen to all of the feedback, but you want to take it in as a whole, and you need to consider what that type of person is, what they're into, and what their outlook is. Our plans of going away, for example, the feedback's been very, very varied, and some people are quite adventurous and would love to get out there. So obviously, if they're hearing our plans to sell up and take a van and go around Europe and rent Airbnbs, they're like, oh, just do it, even though they would miss us. And they, from a selfish point of view, they could easily say, oh, don't do that, because then I won't see you. They've been, it's nice to see the selfless people. And then other people have been a bit like, oh, it's scary, it could be this could happen, that could happen. And what about this? And maybe go for the safe option of getting a flat down the road above a shop or something. Now with the prices in England, it's crazy. But those type of people are like the safe kind of standard job, standard house, not really adventurous. So you've got to take your feedback, in perspective of their perspective of where they're looking. But it's great to do this, and this is what I was very scared of, making videos when I moved to Bali, and I got over that by just making videos. So most business is about sales. You're going to be selling something, selling yourself, selling skills that you have, services that you're offering, products that you're developing. It might be a product that you wanted to develop. So go on to these websites and start seeing what you can get. Start finding things on Alibaba, start talking to suppliers, start getting samples. You might have to pay for some samples, but start designing your thing, start making the product that you want to make. It might be a physical thing, but the main thing is, a lot of us think we have these great ideas in our heads, but a business is nothing without a market or a segment of the market. And that may exist, it may not exist, but you have to really validate your idea before really spending any money on it. So that's why the message today is, you can't improve nothing. You need to improve something. You can't work on nothing. You can only work on something, and you're not going to go from nothing to successful business, are you? And there's lots of little hurdles and things to learn along the way. So my message is just to really begin, because it's when you've got a little something, you can start to improve things. Because when I've been out and about and tested all sorts of ideas, I'll just talk to people and just see what their reaction is and see what my reaction is, just to see, even if I've not done anything yet. And it's good because it gets my vocabulary improved, and it gets I get free information, free feedback from people. And so, yeah, get these things out your head, think about what you're passionate about, and be open to this evolving and changing, be open into it not working. But at least then you know when it's out your head, and you can move on to other ideas. And actually doing this process will allow you to then open up to more ideas and more feedback. And yeah, so many businesses and case studies that I always follow and I'm always reading about are just like, they a lot of them were built around this model where they went out and just found customers before they were ready, essentially. Or they had this idea, and after getting feedback, they had some surprises. Like, they noticed a pattern that in the feedback, like half of the customers had these pain points or these frustrations. So it led from the idea to changing slightly to adhere to these pain points. I saw one about bedding and recently, which started like this. And yeah, he just really went to town on getting the feedback from potential, like, early customers or potential customers. And yeah, just noticing these patterns, which you're not going to know until you get out there and do it. So we're trying to make it as easy as possible for you with nonconformity by offering the blueprints, so you can just come in and copy the business models and the makeup of business models, the pricing models, and get ideas for all the different combinations of that, and with the tools and the resources as well, so you can just start quickly. Just want you to be successful and be in control of your own destiny with starting lots of online businesses. So you've got more money coming in than going out, so then you can invest. You've got more pots of money, you've got more freedom. Manage your own money, never give it to anybody else. Got lots of stuff on that. Yeah, just got a roast chicken in the oven. Been to see 3 van places today. The first one, guy wasn't there, and then some other people turned up who they couldn't find the key, and I called the number on their website, and they didn't answer, and he didn't ring me back either after leaving the number. So not great business there, mate. Not going to sell many vans, are you, if you're not there and you can't even get back to people or answer your phone? Yeah. Next place went to, yeah, it just felt dodgy. It was all, the vans were a bit old, a bit weird, just a bit like, I just got a bad vibe. And then I went to the next place, which was more of a chain of van places. I mentioned the second place I went to was like, yeah, stay away from them. So glad the Instincts was on then. And they didn't have a lot of the vans that I wanted, but I did have a great chat with the sales guy, and he was very, very useful, very switched on. His name's Finn, and they were at Pentagon Motor Group. They sell cars and stuff, but they have the van side of things as well. And he was fantastic, really good, showed me around, answered lots of questions, and gave me some really good advice. And so that was really good, really like that. There was no pressure. He was just very helpful and a very nice chap. So yeah, that's great. So I think the model that I had in mind is just going to be a bit too small. So I think now we're zoning in on the model that we want, which is great, because we need a van to get out of here, because we're being made homeless. All right, roast chicken dinner time.